Nobody tells you that your first crochet project could be done in under an hour, look like something you'd actually buy from a store, and cost you almost nothing to make. I'm not talking about those flat, boring squares that everyone tells beginners to start with. I'm talking about real, cute, finished things, the kind you'd want to gift someone or keep for yourself. And the best part, you don't need to know 100 stitches. You don't need expensive yarn. You really just need to know a few basic moves and someone to walk you through it without making it feel complicated. That's exactly what this video is. No fluff, no confusion, just the stuff that actually works for people who are just starting out. Now, a lot of people give up on crochet because their first project didn't go the way they hoped. The tension was off, the shape looked weird, or they just had no idea what they were doing halfway through. I've seen it happen so many times, and it's not because those people weren't creative or patient enough, it's because they started with the wrong project, something too complicated, too long, or too unclear to follow. So today, I'm going to change that for you. We're making something small, something fast, and something that actually looks good when it's done. If you've never held a crochet hook before, you can still do this. If you've tried before and quit, this might be the one that makes you want to try again. Before we get into it though, let's talk about one thing that trips up almost every beginner, and that's picking the right hook and yarn combination. A lot of first-timers grab whatever's on sale and wonder why their stitches look uneven or tight. Here's what actually helps. Use a bigger hook than you think you need. I'm talking a 5 or a 5.5 millimeter hook with a medium weight yarn, what's usually labeled as worsted weight on the packaging. That combo gives you room to see what you're doing. Your stitches will be loose enough to count, wide enough to fix mistakes, and forgiving enough that even if your tension is all over the place, it still holds together okay. The yarn color matters too, but not in the way you might think. Stay away from dark colors when you're learning. Black, navy, deep burgundy, they make it really hard to see your stitches, especially if you're working in low light or just getting your eyes used to finding the loops. Go for something light or medium, like a soft cream, a warm gray, or even a pastel. You'll thank yourself later. Okay, now let's get into the actual project. What we're making today is a small crochet coin purse. Yes, a real functional thing you can use or give away. It's small so it goes fast, it's a closed shape so it feels satisfying when it comes together, and it only uses 2 stitches, the chain stitch and the single crochet. That's it, 2 stitches. If you can learn those 2, you can make this. Let's start with the chain stitch because that's always where everything begins. You take your hook and your yarn, make a slip knot, which is just a loop you can tighten, and slide it onto your hook. Then you wrap the yarn over the hook from back to front and pull it through the loop. That's 1 chain. Do it again. Wrap, pull through. That's 2 chains. It's a rhythm once you get it. Wrap, pull, wrap, pull. For this project, you're going to chain 11. So count as you go, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 11, and make sure each chain looks roughly the same size. They won't be perfect, that's fine, you're learning. Once you have your 11 chains, you're going to start working the single crochet stitch. Insert your hook into the second chain from your hook. Skip the very first one closest to your hook. And this is important because that first chain is basically just your turning point. So insert into the second chain, wrap the yarn over, pull it through the chain, and now you've got 2 loops on your hook. Wrap the yarn over one more time and pull through both loops at once. That's 1 single crochet. Do that all the way across your chain. You should end up with 10 single crochets. At the end of the row, you're going to chain 1, then turn your whole piece around so the other end is now facing you. That chain 1 you just made is not a stitch. It's just there to give you height so your next row sits level. Now you go across again, single crochet in each stitch, all the way to the other end. Chain 1, turn, single crochet across, chain 1, turn. You're going to keep doing this back and forth until your piece is as tall as it is wide. Since we started with 10 stitches across, you want to keep going until you have roughly 10 rows. When you lay it flat, it should look like a little rectangle that's roughly square, almost like a small tile. This is going to fold in half to become the body of your coin purse. If at any point you look at your work and one side is wider than the other, don't panic. That just means you might be adding or losing stitches somewhere without noticing. The most common reason that happens is either crocheting into the very first or very last stitch of a row incorrectly. Just count your stitches at the end of each row. You should always have 10, and if you don't, it's easier to fix it now than to notice 10 rows later. Once your rectangle's done, we're moving to the exciting part, putting it together. Fold your rectangle in half so the two short ends meet. You now have a little folded square. Use a yarn needle, one of those blunt-tipped ones, threaded with a piece of yarn in the same color as your project, and you're going to whip stitch down the two open sides. Whip stitching is simple. You push the needle through both layers from the front, bring it around to the front again, and push through again a little further down. It's like sewing, but way more relaxed. Keep your stitches close enough that nothing will slip through, but it doesn't have to look like a machine did it. Sew down one side, knot your yarn at the bottom corner, cut it, and then do the same on the other open side. Leave the top open, that's where you'll put your coins in. Now your coin purse is basically done. It's functional right now as it is. You could stop here and it works. But if you want to take it one step further and make it look even more finished, you can add a button closure. Grab a cute button, anything with 2 holes works, even something you pulled off an old shirt, and sew it onto the front flap of the opening. Then, on the back flap, use your hook to make a small chain loop just big enough for the button to pass through. Attach the loop to the back, and now you have a real, closable coin purse with a button detail. The whole thing, from start to finish, takes most people about 45 minutes to an hour on their first try. And honestly, once you do it once, you can make a second one in half the time. This is the kind of project that builds your confidence fast, because you can actually see and feel yourself finishing something. It's not a practice swatch, it's not a square you don't know what to do with, it's a real thing that came out of your hands, and that feeling is what makes people fall in love with crochet. A lot of beginners ask me what they should make next after something like this. Honestly, the next natural step is a small flat pouch with a zipper, or even just a bigger version of this same purse turned into a makeup bag. Same technique, just more rows. Once you've got single crochet locked in your hands and you understand how to count your stitches and turn your rows, everything else in crochet starts to feel way less scary. And that's the real secret. It's not about learning everything at once. It's about doing one small thing well, finishing it, feeling good about it, and then using that energy to try the next thing. That's how people actually get good at this, not from watching 100 videos without ever picking up a hook. So, if you haven't already, grab your yarn and hook and try this today. Don't wait until you have the perfect supplies or more time. Start with what you have. The coin purse is small enough that you can finish it in one sitting, and once you do, you're going to want to make 5 more. If you want to see what I make next, hit subscribe so you don't miss it.